So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lucy and today I have a video that I've never done before. So I really wanted to talk to you guys about my signed book collection. I think signed books are a funny thing because really it's just an object and a signature doesn't make them any much more worthy or anything, so I'm not trying to kind of brag or anything like that about signed books. It was more of the experience of them being signed, so like meeting the author or interviewing the author or like working with them or something like that. So I'm going to get started, and the first couple of books will be the books that whilst they were being signed they just remind me of a great experience or just a great moment. So I'm going to kick off with my signed copy of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. So I got this signed at YALC last year, so that was the YA Literature Convention in London. So as you guys might know, I am a huge Cassandra Clare fan and I had never met her until YALC last year. I was dying to meet her for so long, but like the dates just didn't work out. I think at one point I did have tickets to a signing of hers, but then I couldn't go for some reason. So when I met her at YALC, I was so excited and I wanted to say so much to her, but I didn't. And I think that's like my biggest regret there. I should have just told her how much of the series meant to me. But I did get my book signed, and there it is, For Lucy, Cassandra Clare. So this is one of my all-time favourite signed books just because of the moment of meeting Cassandra Clare, aka one of my favourite authors, was just so brilliant. Now, the next two books are kind of a pair. So one is the proof copy of A Court of Thorns and Roses. The next is the finished copy of A Court of Thorns and Roses. So last year, you may have heard, I talk about this a lot basically. I filmed a video interview with Sarah J Maas, and Sarah J Maas, I would 100% say, is my favourite author of YA especially. I absolutely adore her books to the point of, you know, just pure crazy obsession. And when I got the chance to interview her, it really was just a complete moment for me because it was just kind of a surreal moment that I was interviewing her for my channel and meeting her, and she was so lovely. So I got my proof signed, just To Lucy by Sarah J Maas, which was lovely of her. And the proof especially I wanted signed because this book meant so much to me. I adored this book. So the fact that I got to read it early as well was something that meant a lot to me. And she also signed my finished copy where she wrote a lovely little message, and it says, "To Lucy, thank you so much for such a fun interview. You were amazing, Sarah J Maas." So this is goals right here, and a little bit emotional, not gonna lie. So yeah, that was just an amazing moment. So she signed this for me after I did the interview with her. So I will link that interview down below if you haven't seen it yet. So I had to include these books in this video. And on a completely similar theme, I have the proof copy of Six of Crows, which is this one by Leigh Bardugo, and the finished copy of Six of Crows. So I also got the chance to interview Leigh Bardugo last year. Very bizarre year. It was the best interview. I had so much fun. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it yet as well. And she signed both my proof and my finished copy. So this is the proof copy of Six of Crows. It just says, "To Lucy, the ice does not forgive," and then Leigh Bardugo. And then in the finished copy she wrote, "Be Too Much," Leigh Bardugo. Now I'm kind of doing this in categories because the next two books I want to show you are signed editions that I've bought, so they're kind of different to interviewing an author, having a personal experience with an author, but I still really treasure them because they're some of my favourite books. So the first one is The Miniaturist, and this is by Jessie Burton. So this is a signed exclusive Waterstones edition, and it's signed by Jessie Burton there. I don't know if you can see it. But basically, I adored this book. It is the perfect example of a great historical fiction novel, and to find it signed, I was instantly picking that up. So if you haven't read The Miniaturist yet, please do. It's so special that I wanted to buy a signed copy, and it's just a very special book to me. Now the next book isn't actually one that I've read all the way through, as you'll see, because it is a giant, and it is SPQR by Mary Beard. This is a non-fiction history book about the Romans, so it's a completely comprehensive guide. And Mary Beard, if you're into history, she is a really well-known historian. And it was actually Waterstones who sent me this book because I was sent their complete Books of the Year shortlist last year, which was so very nice of them. They also sent me a signed Mary Beard copy of SPQR. So that was a moment that I will never forget, and I will treasure this book just because it is so beautiful and amazing, and I'm really looking forward to just like properly sitting down and reading all this because yeah, I'm really into history, and Mary Beard is a legend, so there you go. Okay, so the next batch of signed books are another kind of category, and they are signed copies that I acquired when working with an author. So you might know that I work as a book publicist at a children's publisher, so I get the chance to like work with amazing authors, take them on tour, do events with them, and they sign my books, which is really lovely. So the first one that I actually got when I was first got my job, I had the amazing opportunity to work with Rainbow Rowell. So that itself was just amazing. But then she came over to the UK and signed my book, and it just says Lucy Meow Rainbow. Like, that is just the most perfect thing. So this is Landline by Rainbow Rowell, which was the book that she was promoting at the time. So this is obviously one of my special books. Now the next book is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. So I had the absolute pleasure of working with Victoria, and we did a few kind of Scottish events together. And during our time doing events together, we talked about Taylor Swift a lot. So she obviously signed my book, and it says, "To Lucy, I was enchanted to meet you. Hope I never shake you off. Love, Victoria." So I'm just more than happy that she included a Taylor Swift reference in that. Red Queen is one of my favourite books without working on it or anything. It's just all time one of my favourite books. So to get this personally signed and to work with Victoria was just amazing. So I would 100% recommend the series if you haven't read it yet. And more recently, I've just come back off tour with the amazing Maggie Stiefvater. She is the most amazing person, absolutely lovely, and her books are even just more amazing. So if you haven't read The Raven Cycle especially, you need to get on that. So first off, Maggie signed The Raven King for me, which says, "For Lucy, dream big," and then Maggie. And then she signed my copy of the first book in the series, The Raven Boys, which said, "For Lucy, thank you, Maggie." So there you are, my life is now complete. So like I said, most of those books have like more of a kind of personal message to them. That's why I wanted to show them and share them with you, because they are like books that I will kind of treasure. And it's just amazing meeting those authors that I met and got to work with. So guys, that's it for my signed book collection. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any signed books that you really love, please do leave them down below and tell me about your experience with them. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!